Y'all, someone said they're having an octoroon of... I don't know if y'all saw, but shit kicked off with Cardi B and Ice Spice off of a tweet from Raymond. I think is how you say that. But I'm just gonna call him Ray because I hate getting people's name wrong. And I'm gonna start with the tweet I saw first. So the tweet I saw first was this one, where Ice Spice is responding to basically Cardi B saying that other Dominican people that are in pop culture, whatever, are not being called Mexican, and why is that? Which honestly, she do got a point here, even though, yeah, she do got a point here, because people are constantly using the term Mexican as a derogatory term in America. I'm not really sure if they do that anywhere else, but I wouldn't be shocked. But yeah, so she do got a point here. But basically, Ice Spice responds by saying, no offense, Barty, it's because I have a Dominican parent and a black one. Now, race, ethnicity, nationality is going to kick y'all ass because, girl, you could have a black Dominican parent, a white Dominican parent. Like, you could have different, like, people being from a place does not determine their race. Let's just get that out the way. Like, unfortunately, slavery happened. Black people are everywhere. But I find this funny because everybody was willing to fight tooth and nail to say this girl was monoracially black. Even though her curl pattern says different, even though her skin color says different, even though a lot of stuff says different phenotypically, y'all was swearing this person was monoracially black because she said she was Nigerian. And look at her telling y'all in the worst way to describe it that she is not, that she's mixed, she's biracial. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that. I don't think that people who are visibly black that are biracial can't claim blackness. That's not what I'm saying, but this is not the case right here. And then Cardi B responds by basically, if you want, you could pause right here and read it yourself. But to sum it up, she basically responds by saying that her grandmother is black and her mom came out of her grandmother, and her mom is Trini and her dad is Dominican. So that she's not Mexican and nobody should be calling her Mexican, which is true. She's not Mexican. She don't got Mexican parents. But why do you think people should be calling you black and you don't have black parents? Like, that's very fucking interesting that she now understands the concept of, like, being accurately identified, but will claim blackness and be like, she's black, even though she has black descendant. She has a black grandma. She's not black. Her parents are not black. Her mom is mixed. Her dad is non-black. Then I saw the tweet that she responded to Ray, where basically Ray said that she doesn't get the same amount of backlash for being ghetto because of the fact that she, is not visibly black. She doesn't get the same backlash as other artists such as Sexy Red that are considered ghetto. And that she gets a lot of opportunities and such because she's not visibly black, which I don't know who the fuck would argue that. Like, I don't know how you could argue that back, but this was her response, and her response is the reason why I made this video. Okay. I wouldn't have given a fuck about this because it's obvious what Cardi B is. She's mixed. She's a mixed person that's not visibly black, that leans more into looking phenotypically what we call Hispanic, even though Hispanic is not a race. Unfortunately, people have made it a race because of anti-blackness, but that's another conversation. I digress. This is her response that got to me. So I'm going to read the part that bothered me, and only that part. She goes, I had to change the way I talk. Okay, wait. She said, you know why I'm where I am right now? ? Because I took all those no's and recognized that I had to change. I had to change the way I talk. I had to change the way that I act. I had to change the way I respond and how I present myself. You ignoring all that and playing the color card. Now, I know y'all don't give a fuck about colorism within the black community, but you have to see how saying the color card, which is something I'm not going to say that it hasn't happened, but I've never seen a black light skin, because we now have to make a distinction, even though I think light skin should only be reserved for black people, that I've never seen a light-skinned black person say the color card. Like, I've seen them deny colorism. I've seen them be disgustingly colorist, but I've never seen them use the color card like the Mayo people and the non-black people that use the race card to pretty much like belittle and minimize the racism that Black people deal with on a global cultural basis, like around the world. And I think that speaks to like exactly the anti-Blackness that we're talking about. This person has used Black spaces, has used being with Black partners, has used having a Black child as a way to say slurs and things that's only reserved for Black people, but then makes it very clear when not pushed back about slurs or fan base or rap that they are not just Black, that they are mixed. And not only are they just that they're mixed, but that we play the color card. I'm gonna need y'all to be so fucking for real. I think as a community, we should care more about Black monoracial, especially dark skin representation, because every time we center biracial, mixed people, because Lotto's in this too. Like, Lotto, you got to throw Lotto in there too. Because Lotto has a Black parent, but that's just, she favor her white side. And again, if that's the case, then you are not like racially Black. Like, you could be ethnically so, you know, you could have a parent descendants, but this doesn't make you a Black person or being identified and pinpointed as a Black person. And that's what race is. It's what we could phenotypically see, what we can make out. And everyone's always trying to pretend they don't know what a Black person looks like every time these conversations and these type of people come up. Stop. Like, just stop. We need to center Black, monoracial, dark-skinned people, and then work our way to other colors. And I'm saying this as a light-skinned bitch. I'm saying this as a light-skinned person. So I think it's extremely important, because we haven't forgot what a Black person looks like, because racial discrimination hasn't stopped. And yet in these spaces, and particularly media representation, we pretend we do.